Irish Nation, welcome in, welcome back. Uh, Spirits were a little down, not getting Blanchard, but looks like we have a top-notch candidate to replace Dylan McCullough. Connor, what's happening, man?
What's going on? How we doing?
Everything's good, man. Uh, just settling into the week here. Obviously, I think it was late last week, early over the weekend. Looks like Jawan Seider is going to be our next running back coach coming over from Penn State, which is incredible. Like those running backs that he has over there. Obviously, we played him in the Orange Bowl. You saw him firsthand. This
Yeah,
coach is awesome. Like what a hire when we put this pen to paper. Like this is awesome.
yeah, it's really a grand slam when you look at it. Um, there weren't many candidates that you could go from Dylan to him and be like, yeah, you're not dropping off and you're not missing much of a beat there. So, man, really high expectations for him. His recruiting, I've heard, is off the charts, especially down south. So if we're able to go down into our neck of the woods and snag some top SEC running back talent. Whew, man, that's gonna be really nice for the future.
Yeah, and dude, having Nick Singleton, which is a guy that Notre Dame recruited, he ended up picking Penn State. Katron Allen, it really says a lot to kind of just the stable of running backs that Notre Dame has, but just Notre Dame in itself that says, hey, like, even though this might be called like a lateral move in terms of like running back coach to running back coach, and I think
Mhm.
he was an associate head coach at Penn State, it just kind of shows a lot. Like, dude, he has Nick Singleton and Katron Allen coming back, but he's like, you know what? I want to go to Notre Dame. Like, I've got Notre Dame calling me and knocking on my door. I'm going to entertain this.
Yeah, yeah, that's an interesting part of him coming to Notre Dame. You know, he had two of the best, well, one of the best running back duos literally come back to Penn State and then took another job. So um, just interesting. You know, he I'm sure had some talks with them in bringing them back, and then he's now going to Notre Dame. So there's got to be some strong feelings there, one way or another. But you don't know. I mean, he could potentially bring one guy with him. You don't. I mean, and recruits that he has to Penn State. I forget his name. Messiah Mickens or something
Okay.
like that. He's a top running back that's been a commit for Penn State since he's been there. Um, and he's going to be obviously talking to him potentially getting an offer to Notre Dame. So that's just things to look forward now. But he's definitely going to bring the recruiting. His development is proven as well. So yeah, just not skipping a beat really.
It it's huge, dude. And kind of like you said, going from Dylan McCullough, as soon as we saw that he was headed to the Raiders, that's like a major gut punch. He was like one of our best coaches on the staff, associate head coach as well. You knew his time was numbered at Notre Dame. He just is
Mhm.
such a good coach that eventually he was going to get an opportunity that he couldn't pass up. That ultimately was this offseason to head to the Raiders. But when you look at Jawan Seider, like you said, his recruiting, but man, can you imagine him when he gets his hands on Jay Love, Jadarian Price, Aeneas Williams, Keedron Young, Jabron Payne? Like, we have a full stable of backs there that are now going to have this guy in their corner as well. So I like this. I don't think we're going to miss a beat. And not to mention the recruiting aspect. We're just going to keep reloading at this thing because he's such a good recruiter. So, all in all, like as soon as his name came up, you saw the reactions from everybody. Everybody
Mhm.
was super hyped up, saying this is a absolute grand slam home run. So, man, it as much as the like negative things were happening, we weren't Landon Blanchard, like days strung out. Eventually, he stays at Texas Tech. Dylan leaves. It's like, dang, like what does Freeman do? He steps
Yeah.
up to the plate and just absolutely crushes this. He says, all right, I lost Dylan. Who's the best running back coach that I can go get in the country? He went. He's going to get him.
Went
It's
and got him.
just awesome.
Just proving that we're not messing around. We're at the point where that gets your program to elite status when you're able to lose a coach at such high caliber and then replace him with one that's also high caliber. It's not a major drop off.
Right.
We got to see it proven from Ash, just because he hasn't done it at this level for a little bit of time. But at the same time, just trust in Marcus Freeman for making that type of hire. He knows what the program needs to excel. So I don't think Freeman's going to make that same mistake twice.
Yeah,
I
and
just think
that's
he's proven. I just
yeah,
think
and
he's proven.
that's a good point too. You look at Ohio State, you look at an Alabama, you look at a Georgia. When you have an elite team, that also means you have elite coaching staffs. But one of the things that with those elite coaching staffs is turnover. When you have great position coaches and great coordinators that help you get to that elite status year in and year out, other teams and the NFL, they're going to come calling. The coaching staff is almost like the personnel of the players. Like, you got to just keep reloading. And Freeman, he seems to be doing that at a pretty high level. So that gives us just, I don't know, it gives me a lot of confidence just in terms of where this program is at, the pulse and the connection that Freeman has for the program and the team. It doesn't matter what obstacle he comes up against. He just seems like he's going to make the right move. And, a lot of people are questioning the Chris Ash thing. Time will tell on that. I wouldn't say he's like the most, hot candidate out there, but he comes with some reputable,
There's a
coaches
reason
that
he's a coach at Notre Dame now, right? It's not just like you just look at the track record of coaches that have gotten new jobs since Freeman has gotten or became the head coach, and a lot of them have went on to get a big promotion, either within their skill, like their skill set, like their certain position, or onward to the NFL. Like Tommy Rees, he was the OC at Notre Dame, then he went to Alabama under Saban, and then he got his job with the Browns, tight ends coach, and now he's an OC. So it's like these guys are working their way up. Brian Mason, special coordinators coach on the NFL. There's multiple coaches that have gotten better positions thanks to Notre Dame and being just that good of a program. You're just going to get that recognition. And Freeman talks about it. With team success becomes, or then you get individual success. So that's just what we're seeing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you're totally right. Like, when you have team success, the individual success is going to follow. Like, that's been a consistent message with Freeman, and it has translated over to the coaching staff, man. It's just super cool to see. This program is just such in a healthy spot.
You
It's
look
just
at the
such
offers from the NFL to Freeman already. The Chicago Bears pursued him. Like, that's showing how strong of a coach he is already at 38 years old. Like,
right.
it's powerful. And I don't
Yep.
think he wants to leave Notre Dame. I think he wants to stay there for a good amount of time, which is comforting because you can tell by how he talks about his team and about Notre Dame that well, at least I feel like he wants to stay there. Which is
I mean,
huge.
that's my gut feeling too. You never really know, but his relationships with the players, with Pete Bavacqua, the coaching staff, like, he just has such a solid relationships built around that program. He lives in, northern Indiana. His kids are all in schools there. Like, it would be a lot for them to just uproot and leave. But it also helps too when you're making the national championship game and you're going on these crazy runs that he's got. He just has such momentum in this program that, dude, it'd be hard for anybody to walk away from that,
Mm-hmm. Yep. He just
So,
loves coaching young kids too. Like, that's his passion. I just don't see, maybe down in the future, 7, 8 years, I think he'll move on to the NFL or definitely have the the chance, but I just don't see it right now. I think he loves where he's at mentally. He loves Notre Dame. He's proven it. I don't think he or any coach gets even to the national championship if you don't have that true passion. We can look in the old regime and bring up that, but I don't even want to go there. But we all know how that went and what it proved to be through time. So
Yeah, and you're right though. I mean, maybe in the future Freeman wants to move on to the NFL, fine, but right now, like you can just tell he connects with these student athletes. He connects with these high school guys.
yeah,
He he has a freaking visible passion for Notre Dame football that goes so far beyond what any of us can even imagine. Like
yeah,
when he can you can only imagine the recruits and the families and the living rooms that he's sitting in, the passion for Notre Dame that he's exuding. That
it's off the
that's just
charts.
why, dude. I was
It's off
having
the
thoughts
charts.
about it the other day. I literally said Freeman is going to get this done. Like he is going to be the one to break this title drought. Like there is
He's
just
gonna
no
win
doubt in
one
my
for.
mind.
He's
He's
gonna
going to
win this
get
one.
one.
Yeah,
All right. Well, look, Juwan Cedar, I don't think it's announced quite yet, but it's expected. Everybody's anticipating this. I would say it's 99% there. It's just a matter of, you
yeah,
know, putting pen to paper. So when this thing breaks and it's done deal, it's going to be amazing. I think the running back room is going to be fired up. I just can't wait. So
yeah,
yeah, really looking forward to it. Grand Slam hire. Obviously, we're still in the GM search, so we'll figure that out. Freeman, I'm sure, is relentlessly pursuing candidates out there to take over our GM position. So, really looking forward to see what we do there.
yep, yep, for sure.
Yep. All right. Well, look, guys, we love it. Irish Football Pod, another episode coming to you. Jawan Cedar, likely going to be the next running back coach at Notre Dame. Excellent recruiter, excellent developer of running backs. You look at the running backs that we have, this is just going to be such an exciting hire for this team. Like the spring ball, man, it's going to be a rejuvenated energy. Dealin left. Obviously, that whole room loved Dealin. That was a stable. But this guy coming in, he's going to pick up right where Dealin left off and just keep this thing moving up. So,
Yep,
as
that's
always, guys,
yep.
yeah, that's
I was just gonna
that's
say
it.
that's what we mentioned in the Dylan McCullough video that we posted. We said we know, and I've actually heard from like the people that I talked to um, that there was calls made from I think Dylan to um, the Penn State coach. So really interesting, and that's kind of what we predicted. We thought Dylan would get good word to the next coach, and I think that's what happened, and that's what transpired. So we're
I
excited.
I think it's there was somebody coming at me on Twitter saying, "Oh, why would he go there? It's a lateral." First of all, it's not a lateral move. You're going from Penn State to Notre Dame. That's a jump.
It's a
The
jump.
the the
People can
the
say it's a
running
lateral move, and maybe just because it's the same position, and yeah, it's not a head coaching job. So, but it's definitely an upgrade, in my opinion.
and I have the utmost respect for those two running backs at Penn State. They're
Yeah, they're,
incredible
they're
players.
beast. Yeah,
You can't say anything about them, but it just kind of says a lot. When Notre Dame comes calling, people are going to take the call.
if you
They're
can't
going to
beat them,
listen.
join them.
You can't
Can't
beat
beat
them,
them,
join
join them.
them.
Yeah.
Franklin kind of pestered Freeman a little bit at the press conference. We saw how that worked out. You got Penn State fans chirping on Twitter. Hey, we let the game speak for ourselves. Look what happened in the Orange Bowl. You guys want to come back and see us again? That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Penn State wants that again.
All right,
What a
man. Well,
game
good
they won.
episode.
Yeah.
Guys, as always, like, comment, subscribe. Jawan Cedar, he's coming. He's going to be Irish. Let's keep our foot on the gas for this GM search. Hopefully that, makes itself known soon. Um, Yeah, like always, like, comment, subscribe. Please give us some subscribes. We're looking to pick up more followers here. We're just, almost to the middle of February now, dude. We got 18 more days left in this month, and then it's March. Me and Connor are coming up to the Blue Gold game. We will be there April
Hit us
12th.
up. Hit us up.
We'll be there. We'll be at the tailgates. We're going to be in the stadium checking out the 2025 squad. So looking forward to it. As always, appreciate you guys tuning in, and go Irish.
Go Irish.